Everyone thinks I'm the perfect wife, but they don't know who I really love. My name is Olivia. I'm 33 years old and live in Texas. I work as a school teacher. To the world, it looks like I have a perfect life. People say I'm kind and cheerful. They think I'm lucky, happy, and living a dream life with a wonderful husband. But that's not the truth. That's just what they see on the outside. I'm married to Mark. He's a doctor. From the outside, we look like a perfect couple. We smile in family photos, we attend parties, and we laugh in front of others. People often say, "You two are meant for each other." But what they don't see is what happens when we come home. Behind closed doors, everything is different. Our home is quiet. Not peaceful, but cold. The kind of silence that hurts. There's no laughter here, no warm hugs, and no love left between us. Mark comes home late almost every night. He walks in without saying a word, eats dinner in silence, and goes straight to bed. He doesn't ask me how my day was. He doesn't even look at me. I feel invisible in my own home. Every night, I cry quietly in the bathroom so he won't hear me. I don't want him to see my pain. I wear a smile during the day. I go to work and pretend that everything is fine. But deep inside, I'm falling apart. No one notices. Not my friends. Not even Mark. I'm just a woman going through the motions, slowly breaking from the inside. But there is someone who does see me. His name is Liam. Liam is the father of one of my students. He's kind. He pays attention to small things. He notices when I'm tired. He listens when I speak. I never looked for attention from him. I never planned to care about him. But somehow, he noticed me when I felt most unseen. One day after school, I was sitting alone in the teacher's lounge. Liam walked in. He looked at me for a moment and said, "You look tired. Are you okay?" It was a simple question, but it hit me hard. No one had asked me that in such a long time. Not even Mark. I tried to smile and said, "I'm fine." But inside, my heart was aching. I wanted someone to really ask again, to care. That evening, Liam sent me a message. "Thank you for taking care of Ava. You're truly special." I don't know why, but his words made my heart beat faster. I smiled for the first time in months. I replied, "Ava is sweet. You're a great dad." He sent a simple smile emoji back. It was just a small reply, but it meant the world to me. It felt like someone had finally seen me. Not just my face, but my soul. That night, I slept peacefully. For the first time in ages, I didn't cry myself to sleep. I felt lighter. But when the morning came, reality returned. Mark got dressed and left for work without even saying goodbye. It was like I didn't exist. Days passed. Nothing changed at home. Mark stayed distant. He barely spoke. It felt like I was sharing a house with a stranger. I kept teaching, kept smiling for others, but inside I felt empty. I felt like a shadow, like a ghost in my own life. And yet every time I saw Liam, I felt a spark. A tiny light in the darkness. He would ask how I was doing. He would notice if I looked sad or tired. Those little things, they mattered. They made me feel human again. One afternoon, after a long day, I sat in my car in the school parking lot. I stared at my phone for a few minutes, then I sent Liam a short message. "Thanks for always being kind. It means more than you know." A few minutes later he replied, "You're welcome. I hope you're okay." Just those words were enough to make me feel less alone. I smiled through my tears. Over time, I started to look forward to our chats. His messages became the bright moments in my otherwise dull days. I stopped crying in the bathroom. Now, I smiled when I saw his name appear on my screen. But I also felt guilty. I wasn't supposed to feel this way. I was married. I had made promises. I should have been happy with Mark. But I wasn't. And every night, I would lie in bed, wondering if Mark even knew I was still there. He always turned his back to me in his sleep, breathing deeply, peacefully, while I lay awake staring at the ceiling. I would think about Liam. What if life could be different? Each day felt the same, like I was stuck in a loop. Mark remained cold and distant. But one day, something changed. Liam came to pick up Ava from school early. As I walked toward my car, he offered me a ride home. I hesitated, unsure of what to say. But something inside me whispered, "Say yes." So I did. We sat in his car, driving through the streets of our little town. The engine hummed softly. The sun was setting. It felt peaceful. I couldn't remember the last time I had a real, meaningful conversation with anyone. But with Liam, the words came naturally. We talked about books, about life, about dreams we used to have. We laughed. And for a little while, I forgot how broken I felt. But I knew I was walking a dangerous line. The connection between us was strong. It wasn't just friendship anymore. It felt deeper, even though we never crossed any lines. Still, I reminded myself, Liam was just a friend. Nothing more. At least, that's what I told myself. The more time I spent around him, the more I realized how empty my marriage had become, and how full my heart felt when someone simply cared. I'm still Olivia, a wife, a teacher, a woman living in Texas. But I'm no longer the woman everyone thinks I am. I'm not perfect. I'm not happy. I'm just someone who wants to feel loved again. And the truth is, if people knew who I really love, they would never forgive me. But maybe, just maybe, I'm ready to stop living for what others expect, and start living for what my heart truly needs. A silent goodbye and a new beginning. There's something undeniable between Liam and me. Each conversation we have feels like I'm stepping into a space that doesn't belong to me. Like I'm crossing a line I swore I wouldn't. But I can't help it. My heart aches with guilt. I never meant to hurt Mark. But somehow, I already feel wounded just staying in this life. Every morning, I wake up beside a man who no longer sees me. Every evening, we sit across from each other at the dinner table, barely speaking. Silence fills the room like smoke, thick and heavy. I look down at the ring on my finger, the symbol of a promise I once believed would last forever. And all I feel is pain. I never imagined I'd reach this point. Feeling isolated. Feeling lost. Feeling empty in my own home. That night, I open my phone to distract myself from the loneliness. A message from Liam appears on the screen. It reads, "I miss our talks. Hope you're doing okay." Part of me knows I should ignore it. I should be focusing on my marriage, on fixing what's broken. But the truth is, I feel more seen in a single message from Liam than I have in years with Mark. So I respond, "I miss them too. I'm not okay, Liam." That's the first time I've told anyone how I truly feel. Admitting it feels like releasing a pressure that's been building inside me for so long. Later that night, Mark comes home later than usual. He looks exhausted. His shoulders droop, his eyes avoid mine, and he walks past me as though I don't exist. I wait, hoping for a glance, a word, anything. But he disappears into the bedroom without a sound. For the first time, I don't chase him. Instead, I find myself thinking about Liam. What would it feel like to be with someone who listens? Who notices when something's wrong? Someone who actually wants to know how my day was. Someone who cares. I try to push the thought away, but it lingers. Later in bed, I lie beside Mark. His breathing is steady, deep, unaware. I stare at the ceiling. It feels like I'm lying next to a stranger. Not the man I married. Not the man I once dreamed of growing old with. That next morning, I stand in front of the mirror. The woman staring back at me is not who I imagined I'd become. Tired eyes. A quiet sadness behind them. I've spent years being someone's wife. But I haven't felt truly loved in a very long time. I grab my phone again. My fingers tremble as I type. "Liam, I need to talk to you. Can we meet?" His reply is almost instant. "Where and when?" That message feels like the beginning of something. A step forward, though I'm not sure where it leads. It's risky, but continuing this way feels even more dangerous. To my heart, to my spirit. We agree to meet at a small cafe. A place tucked away from the world. I haven't gone out without Mark in years. As I approach the cafe, I feel nervous but strangely alive. My heart pounds when I see Liam waiting. He stands when I enter, and his smile, warm and genuine, makes something inside me stir. We sit down. And suddenly, words I've kept buried for years pour out. I don't recognize myself anymore. I tell him, I'm in a marriage where I feel invisible. I'm not living. I'm just surviving. And I think I'm falling for you. He listens, his eyes soft and understanding. I don't want to pressure you, he says gently. But you deserve to feel loved, Olivia. Truly loved. And just like that, the choice is mine. I can continue down the path I've always walked, standing beside someone who doesn't even look at me anymore. Or I can leave. Start over. Choose myself. That night, Mark and I share another meal in silence. I don't taste the food. My thoughts are heavy with the decision ahead. After we eat, I stand in front of the couch where he's watching TV. His eyes are glued to the screen, distant. Mark, I say quietly. He turns slowly, barely acknowledging me. I need to talk to you. I continue. He sighs, annoyed. About what? I take a deep breath. About everything. About us. I pause. I think we need to separate. His face stiffens. What are you saying? I'm not happy, I say, keeping my voice calm. And I don't think you are either. We're living a lie, Mark. We've drifted apart, and we both know it. He stands, fists clenched, his voice rising. And what about Ava? What about our family? We'll always be parents to her, I say firmly. But I can't keep pretending anymore. I need to find myself again. His face is filled with disbelief. So you're just leaving? I'm not giving up, I say, though my voice is shaking. I'm choosing to live again. I turn and walk away. Behind me, he says nothing. Just stands there, frozen, as I leave the room. The next day, I drive toward the same cafe. Each mile away from home feels like shedding a layer of sadness. A mix of fear and relief fills me. I'm not sure what the future holds, but for the first time, I'm not trapped. When I arrive, Liam is already there. His eyes light up when he sees me. That look alone tells me I matter. I sit down across from him. I did it, I whisper. I told Mark it's over. Liam reaches for my hand. You're brave, he says. Am I? I'm not sure. Doubt still lingers. What if I've made a mistake? What if I end up regretting this? But as he wraps his fingers around mine, I feel something powerful. For once, I've chosen myself. I'm not trying to be the perfect wife or the silent partner. I want to feel alive. I want to be seen. I want to be loved for who I truly am, not who I'm supposed to be. I don't want to feel invisible anymore. I say quietly. I want to feel. You deserve that, Liam replies. You deserve joy, Olivia. The days begin to pass, and something shifts. There are no more long nights waiting for Mark to speak. No more quiet tears in the bathroom. I'm not searching for love in a place that lost it long ago. Now I feel lighter. Free. I can breathe again. One morning my phone rings. It's Mark. I hesitate, then answer. His voice is shaky. Olivia, I saw the divorce papers. I don't understand. I thought we were happy. I close my eyes and take a breath. We weren't, Mark. Not really. He says nothing. I hope in time you'll understand, I whisper. But I need to do what's right for me. And for Ava too. When the call ends, I stare out the window. The sky is clear, open. For the first time in years, so is my heart. No, we were just pretending, no, I said quietly. We were only pretending. You didn't really see me. You never asked how I felt. You were never truly present. There was silence on the other end of the phone. Then, in a low voice, he said, I didn't want this to happen. But I do. I whispered, my voice calm but sure. For the first time, I'm choosing myself. I ended the call. My fingers trembled. My chest felt heavy, like something deep inside had been torn. Still, I knew it was the right thing to do. Just then, my phone screen lit up with a new message. It was from Liam. Liam. I made breakfast. Ava and I miss you. Come over. As I stared at his words, my eyes filled with tears. That simple message made everything clear. In that moment, I finally knew where I belonged. I got up and went to Liam's home. When I arrived, Ava ran out the door and hugged me tightly. Her little arms wrapped around me like they were holding all the love I had been missing. From the kitchen, Liam smiled at me. He was wearing an apron and flipping pancakes. I made them extra fluffy, he said with a grin. Just the way you like them. I laughed, a real laugh, not the kind you fake for photos or to make others feel comfortable. This joy was real. It wasn't forced. It wasn't empty. We sat at the table. We ate, we smiled, and we laughed. The warmth in the room was something I hadn't felt in years. That night, I fell asleep on the couch with my head resting on Liam's shoulder. Ava was curled up beside us. I looked at them and whispered softly to myself, "This is what love feels like." We didn't rush anything. Liam was gentle and patient. He gave me space when I needed it. He listened when I wanted to talk. He never pushed or demanded. He simply stayed. Months went by. One clear evening, we sat outside under the stars while Ava chased fireflies nearby. Liam turned to me and said, "You don't need to be perfect. Just be mine." And I cried, tears of relief, not sadness. Because no one had ever said that to me before. 2 years later now, 2 years have passed. I stand in front of the mirror again. But this time, my reflection doesn't bring pain. There are no tears. No sorrow. A small hand tugs at my dress. "Mommy, can you braid my hair?" It's our daughter, Elise, mine and Liam's. Behind her, Ava giggles. "I already brushed it." Liam walks into the room holding a mug of coffee. He smiles at us and says, "Team Girls is winning today." I laugh out loud. My home is full of noise, joy, and love. It's not perfect, but it's mine. It's beautiful because it's real. As for Mark, he moved away. We don't talk anymore. And that's okay. I don't hate him. I actually thank him. He taught me what not to accept. That lesson changed my life. I look at my family and I feel proud. Not because I made it through the pain, but because I grew from it. I didn't just survive. I bloomed. At night, I kiss my daughters goodnight. Liam wraps his arms around me. I whisper to him, "You saved me without even trying. You loved me even when I couldn't love myself." He looks into my eyes and replies, "I always saw you, Olivia. Even when you were hiding. And now, I don't hide anymore. I live out loud. I live with truth, with feeling, with love." A message to every woman reading or listening. You are not too emotional. You are not too much. And you are absolutely not hard to love. Stop giving your heart to people who don't see your worth. The right kind of love will never ask you to shrink, to disappear, or to suffer in silence. True love accepts you as you are. If Olivia's journey touched something deep in your heart, tell us in the comments. Did she make the right choice in choosing herself and starting over with Liam? Share your thoughts. We want to hear your voice. Red heart like this video if you believe every woman deserves love that feels safe, kind, and warm. Loudspeaker subscribe for more inspiring, healing stories that remind us what love truly looks like. Envelope with arrow, share this story with someone who needs a little hope today. You never know whose life it might change.